Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy June 1st. Happy Pride Month. We're getting closer and closer to summer, and you can feel it because it's getting hotter. The mood's getting better. The vibes are improving, whatever comes with that transition into these couple of months. This is my favorite period of year, like April to like September, even though fall is my favorite season. So it's kind of like I enjoy these months because of what happens during them, but I enjoy the weather in the fall a lot more. Thanks for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. My name is Alan Devlin. 8 o'clock every weekday. Myself or Savannah Louie will be here chatting with you about the top stories. I want to go ahead and put up some words down here for you. Atlanta News First top stories this Thursday. I'm not even going to be here tomorrow. So you guys enjoy Savannah. I'm going to be on vacation doing some of that vibing that I was telling you about when it comes to this time of the year. A couple of stories I want to talk to you guys about before we throw it over to the weather. Newsflash on the weather. There's not much to talk about. It's beautiful. It's been beautiful for a while. It is the start of hurricane season, though. So it's that time of year when you start making sure you're prepared. And we are nowhere near a coastline, but that rain, that water can still be a problem and impact your plans. You always want to know what you're doing before you head to the coastline as well. We've got a storm right now in the Gulf that could develop into a named storm. Likely not, but we're watching it. It's going to bring water regardless. First thing I want to talk to you guys about as I scroll through my video here to get things ready to go is an actually kind of weird story. It's an interesting, terrifying story, honestly, for any families here in the metro. So what you've got is a burglar, according to police, attempted to, I guess didn't attempt, broke into somebody's home and is on video trying to steal their car, eventually stealing the car. And the scariest part is they took a bunch of stuff from inside the home, but they also set some stuff in the house on fire using lighter fluid. That's all according to police. This is the person police right now are trying to track down and find. They say this went down in McDonough early this morning, and that family's shaken up for sure. They got all their locks changed. This is him breaking into that car right there, a Hyundai, a gray Hyundai, and he stole that car, drove away. This is the man inside that house. You can see some remnants of that fire. That man was inside the house while this burglar broke in, him and his family, and he stole wallets, phones, laptops, and then stole the car and tried to set the house on fire on his way out, which is just insane to think about because not only is this person stealing, he is endangering the lives of the people inside, the innocent strangers whose house he just broke into. So there he is walking away from the house before he goes to that car. Police are trying to track him down. Again, this was in McDonough. They have not captured or arrested anybody yet. No named suspect. If you recognize that man or you know anything about it, you're asked to contact the McDonough Police Department because we do not want this suspect to remain out in a place where they could potentially do something like this again, because getting broken into is one thing, but potentially having your house set on fire by a stranger while you sleep is a whole another. And there's a 2020 gray Hyundai Sonata, I should add. So that's the car they're looking for right now. Suspect took it from the yard, according to police. The next story I want to talk to you guys about is a update to a story we've been covering here for the last 24 to 48 hours. An arrest has been made in the homicide of a young woman, 28-year-old woman, outside of the 12 Hotel that happened late last night. So the shooting happened Wednesday night, I should say, right around 8 o'clock. Douglas Hairston has been arrested. 30-year-old Douglas Hairston has been arrested and charged with homicide in connection to the death of 28-year-old Brianna Woods, who was killed outside that hotel on West Peachtree. Very popular hotel, very popular area. And we don't have any details on if this was targeted or not, but it is definitely something police have been working hard for the last 24 hours to get their hands on. And now we've got a suspect in custody. That woman, of course, lost her life as she was either entering or exiting the hotel. This happened outside of the hotel, so it wasn't inside. But regardless, that woman did lose her life. And that gentleman right now is facing charges in connection to that shooting. That word just came down today. They made that arrest today. Atlanta police let us know. The hotel is back open. So if you've got, any plans in the area or reservations at this hotel, things are running smoothly again. I'm sure residents are a little shaken up after something like this happened. That was a pretty popular time of night, 8 o'clock. It's not like it's 4 a.m. There were people coming and going all up and down West Peachtree. And then here we have, a homicide investigation. But again, a suspect in custody after that 12 Hotel West Peachtree shooting. And the last story I want to talk to you guys about is a good news story. We had a great landmark here at Atlanta News First this week. We have sold 10,000 tickets totaling $1 million raised so far in the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway, which means we are 66% of the way to our final goal of $1.5 million and 15,000 tickets sold. We're in a phenomenal place. We're right on track. Tickets are going fast. Your time is running out. You can buy as many tickets as you want. They're $100 a piece to reserve your chance to win a slew of amazing prizes in regards to this giveaway. And I'll tell you what, we've got Atlanta News First anchor Tracy Hutchins, who's going to be able to walk you through some of those amazing prizes that are still left on up for grabs, I should say. Take a listen.
Now is your chance to enter the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. Atlanta News First is proud to partner with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to raise money to support their life-saving mission, finding cures, saving children. Well, you can help the cause and win the $650,000 home developed by the Providence Group. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plus a coffee bar in the owner's suite and a built-in fire pit in the fenced backyard. That's not all. There are additional prizes you could win too. A brand new 2023 Dodge Hornet from the Tutton Group, valued at more than $34,000. And a $10,000 gift certificate from Georgia Furniture Mart. That would make for a really nice shopping spree. Make sure you reserve your $100 ticket today at atlantanewsfirst.com/dreamhome.
And there you go. There you go. So there's still a chance you can still get some of those prizes, the car, the $10,000 gift card to Furniture Mart, and of course the house, $650,000 sitting up in Gwinnett County. All those prizes are still up for grabs. One ticket gets you one chance. You'll have likely by the end of this thing a 1 in 15,000 chance of getting one of those prizes, or at least actually 1 in 5,000 if you consider all 3 prizes. But the point is, that's actually pretty good odds considering everyone who would buy a lottery ticket or participate in any other kind of national lottery system. So somebody's going to be walking away with at least, one of those prizes. It's going to be a phenomenal time. That comes down in August when we're giving that house away. Tracy Hutchins is spearheading the entire effort. So stay right here with Atlanta News First as we continue to count up those tickets. Your opportunity to buy a ticket is coming to an end here because we continue to sell them. And once 15,000 sold out, that is it. There is no more that's going to be offered. So go ahead and reserve your $100 ticket. You can buy as many as you want as well. If you want to put $500 into it, that's 5 tickets. That gives you a better chance at winning one of those prizes, I should say. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to meteorologist Patrick Pete, who's going to come over and talk a little bit about this wonderful weather we've got, a wallpaper-esque shot over Midtown Atlanta. Patrick, I apologize, but our producer asked me to ask you about the ping pong match. He wanted you to explain what happened in the game. I feel like it wasn't in your favor if he's bringing it up.
Of course not, but you know what? This is the first time in about 5 weeks that he's able to bring up something that wasn't in my favor when it comes to ping pong.
There you go. You had to take advantage of it.
Listen, absolutely. I believe in giving praises.
You gotta
giving
hold
praises
them in check.
where they belong.
You gotta hold them in check.
Congratulations. My job here is not only to make you better, but to challenge you. And it looks like I've challenged you for the last 5 weeks, and now you've benefited. You have grown. You have achieved the type of success that we wanted you to do. Gorgeous forecast out there, folks. Hopefully everybody is having a fantastic Thursday evening. It has been a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful week. The showers have been very isolated. Unfortunately, if you're joining us from Blue Ridge, you have had the showers that we've seen the bulk of the week. Everyone else has been dry, partly to mostly cloudy, depending on the day of the week. But we've been pretty comfortable through the afternoon, and we've been rain-free. Unfortunately, those showers have been staying to our north. That is going to continue to be the story as we head into the day tomorrow. Good evening to everybody that is joining us on YouTube. And, of course, everyone that is at home joining us on one of our streaming platforms. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic evening. And the forecast is going to continue to increase as far as temperatures are concerned as we head towards the weekend. Rain chance, our best chance for some scattered showers and isolated rumbles of thunder will be on Sunday. Not enough to cancel any plans, but definitely one of those days where you want to have that First Alert weather app downloaded and you kind of want to be touched or dialed into what we're tracking. As soon as those showers fire up, we'll tell you how many many minutes, how many miles it is away from you, you'll be the first to know, as we know. Meanwhile, dry on Monday, and then another rain chance returns on Tuesday. Here's how we get through your Friday. A lot of folks, whenever we talk about 20% chance of rain, what are you talking about? Let me show you. Hour by hour forecast. Lots of sunshine for the morning, and sunshine dominates the afternoon. As we push into the afternoon or mid to late afternoon, you'll start to see some of those showers firing up in the Georgia mountains. That's that 20% chance of rain. Everybody doesn't see it. It dies down and clears out as we push into the evening hours. Essentially, once we lose the sun, those showers die. Meanwhile, warmer start to the day. I think that by the time folks are pulling into work, some folks are going to be in the upper 60s, already at 80 degrees by the time lunchtime comes around. And then once you're getting off work, we are in the upper 80s, 87 degrees for the drive home. So definitely one of those days to have the windows rolled up, AC blasting, as well as it's Friday. So whatever your favorite, get the weekend, get the party started song is, that's what you're going to want to have blasting on the radio along with the AC for the drive home. Meanwhile, Saturday gets even hotter. So while it's going to be a great day to be out and about, maybe to the pool, maybe to the park, we want to remind you that we're in that time of year where the sunscreen is not an option. This is something you should be putting on. I just came back from a little vacation and I had SPF 30 on. I recommend SPF 30. If you have SPF 15 in the closet, that's what you want to go with. Use that. You'll be fine. You'll just want to keep reapplying that. And that should happen like every couple of hours either way. 90 degrees, the forecast high for the afternoon, while we will be rain-free. Meanwhile, watching the tropics, if you haven't joined us yet today, there's been some developments in the Gulf of Mexico. Listen, we've been talking about this system for the last few days, how it was trying to get its act together. It was going to look sloppy. There was a low-end chance for it to develop. It has become Tropical Depression 2. Keen-eyed observers will know that today is the first day of hurricane season, and we have not mentioned a tropical depression before today. And you are not incorrect. There was a subtropical system that developed earlier in January. It was classified as a subtropical storm afterwards, so it did not receive a name as far as like the normal name list. It just kind of got like an abbreviation, AL012 something. But that also allowed us, or it does not allow us to use Tropical Depression 1, although this is our first tropical depression of the hurricane season. So you are not incorrect. It is still Tropical Depression 2. It is moving very slowly to the west-northwest at 2 miles per hour. Wind sustained at 35. This puts us about 300 miles or so west-northwest of Fort Myers, Florida. So they've been dealing with some showers that is kind of indirectly associated with this system, not completely direct related to the associated circulation, but just some stuff that's outflowing from it. And there's a boundary. I don't know if you can see all those showers that's moving into the Atlantic Ocean. That's a frontal boundary that is kind of like dripped and paused out there. Those showers are kind of feeding off of the system and the boundary. So something that we're watching, it's just going to be a rainmaker. This is not a big deal. Don't cancel any of your plans. If you're going to Destin tomorrow or whatever, don't cancel it. Just this is rain. This is tropical moisture. This is something that we've all dealt with, and this system is moving away. So while there will be some showers that will be in the forecast for those folks over the course of the next day, this system will drift to the south. And as it does, there is enough warm water in the Gulf of Mexico that this could briefly turn into a tropical storm. And if it does, it will become Arlene. The guidance has this continuing to sink further south. And what's going to happen is the further south it goes, the more wind shear it is going to encompass. Wind shear, that's a term that you hear us say all the time. Maybe it makes sense. But essentially, wind shear is whenever winds are shifting with height. So think about it like this. How can I say this? Think about how you go and maybe this is going to be for the ladies and for my gentlemen friends who have a little bit longer hair than mine. Say you go and get your hair done. It's sitting just right how you like it. And then you roll down the window to your car while you're driving on the interstate. And you're driving 70, 80 miles per hour, depending on your driving habits. And your hair that was picture perfect when you stepped into the car is now just all over the place, and it is no longer cohesive. It is no longer what it was supposed to be when you stepped out of the house. This is kind of like a comical explanation of wind shear. Wind shear is whenever you cut off the top of these thunderstorms and they can no longer develop. So no longer does your updo is no longer an updo. It's a downdo. And essentially what happens with this, if you don't have room for those thunderstorms to grow, nothing at the surface, your area of low pressure will weaken, and essentially that's what's happening. So wind shear is essentially whenever you're cutting off the top of these storms, and that's what's going to happen. This is going to become a remnant low and seek further into the Gulf and then dissipate. So no worries for anybody here at home or abroad with this doing any real damage. Meanwhile, 7-day forecast has very, very low in rain chances. I think Sunday's our best chance for some spotty showers and storms. Temperatures will rebound, and then by Tuesday, there's going to be a weak boundary that pushes through the area. It's going to bring some isolated showers, and then on the other side, temperatures will shift back northward. So we're back into the low 90s as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. So hopefully this has been a fun session. You guys know what to expect for the weekend, and you're prepared for the heat because it is going to get hot. And anything else as far as the more details of the nuances of the forecast, we're going to dive through the data over the course of the next hour. Meteorologist Fred Campagna is going to have an update for you tonight at 9 on Peachtree TV. So I will leave you with this 7 day so that you can make your plans, and y'all can catch me at 10. Happy Thursday.